Good afternoon and welcome. Just a moment, we're going to go ahead and get started. Just checking, we're counting noses to make sure that everyone who needs to be here is here for this great celebration. Okay. Again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Leland Moreno-Filka. It is my honor to represent all of the ambassadors of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, as I have the honor today to be the Master of Ceremonies for this ribbon cutting event. At this time, I'd like to invite you to please stand in honor of our nation's flag and in the singing of our national anthem performed by Ann Powell.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? All of that.
And thank you. Very fitting as we celebrate our veterans in this event. Again, thank you for being with us. On behalf of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, I want to express our celebration for this event. It is the mission of the Chamber of Commerce to provide leadership and resources in creating a vibrant business environment for Prescott. We have a great deal of veteran-owned businesses in our community, and the commerce of our community serves our veterans and relies upon them. Today, I thank you for joining us as we celebrate the launch of Prescott Media Center's Veterans Access Channel, VA65. Helping in recognition of this event, please welcome our attending dignitaries. Representing Congressman Paul Gosar's office, Jeff Tim. Yavapai County Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Jack Smith. Representing the City of Prescott, Councilman Phil Good. From our Prescott Chamber of Commerce Foundation Board, Board Member Darla DeVille. Please also help me in recognizing our Prescott Chamber leadership and staff. Our Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Sherry Hyde. Office and Events Manager, Laura Warning. Communications and Membership Relations, Bob Culbertson. I especially want to recognize and thank our Prescott Chamber of Commerce ambassadors. Please be volunteers in promotion of the chamber. Representing Northern Arizona Veterans Healthcare System and the Prescott Media Center, please welcome Medical Center Director Barbara Onke and Media Center General Manager Robert Miller. I'd like to share with you the significance of this event and the service that is being launched. 16% of Yavapai County is comprised of veterans, and veterans make up one of the largest demographics within Prescott itself. Yet in spite of the vast services of this VA facility and numerous veterans community organizations, sadly, many veterans do not take advantage of the services available to them. It is believed that either they do not know about these services or do not fully understand their opportunities. Today, that lack of awareness will change. Today, we are launching the first of its kind anywhere, the Prescott Media Center, in partnership with Veteran Affairs and a multitude of local veterans organizations, the City of Prescott, the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and Yavapai Community College, coming together to create a new local access cable channel. That channel dedicated entirely to our area veterans. This cable channel will provide information regarding veterans support services, provide veteran-to-veteran communications, and public service announcements, as well as programming that will pay tribute to all who have served. To the visionaries, the administration and staff of the Prescott Media Center, the VA, we congratulate you all on the launch of this innovative veterans program. Veterans Access VA65 will be something to celebrate into the future, and we salute you for your caring and dedicated mission in the well-being of our community's veterans, their spouses, and families. Thank you. Again, please join me in welcoming our dignitaries as they provide their recognition of this event. Again, representing Congressman Paul Gosar's office, Jeff Taylor.
Thank you, Leland. This VA Access Channel 65 will be a monumental help, I think, in educating the local veterans. Thank you on behalf of Congressman Gosar for your efforts in making this happen. I know it wasn't easy. I know there were many, many hoops to jump through and mountains to climb to get to where you are today and launching this channel. And on behalf of Congressman Paul Gosar, I want to present the Certificate of Appreciation to the Prescott Media Center, signed by Congressman Gosar on this 6th September 2018. This one's for you, Robert. Another Certificate of Appreciation for you, Barbara, for the Northern Arizona VA Healthcare System, signed by Congressman Gosar on this September 6th of September 2018. Thank you.
Jeff, thank you. With us are Yavapai County Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Jackson.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the service. As a veteran, I can tell you that the more information that's out there and available to the community, the more sense that we get that we know that there's things that can help us. I'm a little tongue-tied right now because I'm trying to find my words, and that's kind of weird because years ago in my youth, I was actually an anchor for White Sands Week, which was a broadcast live, basically, over the entire White Sands Missile Range installation when I was in the Army. So I just want to say congratulations on behalf of the Yavapai County Board of Supervisors. We really appreciate moving forward the recognition that veterans really deserve and the information that they need on a timely basis. So thank you very much for everything you're doing. And everybody should because we are cutting back in the county. So.
Jack, thank you. Here to represent the city of Prescott, Councilman Philgood.
On behalf of the veterans organizations in the city of Prescott, as the Senior Vice Commander for the VFW post in Prescott, as the Chairman of the Legislative Affairs for the American Legion post in Prescott, as a lifetime member of the Disabled American Veterans and Vietnam Veterans of America posts and chapters here in Prescott, I'm particularly excited about this Channel 65 access channel. We certainly have not only 16% in the county, but my understanding is we're over 18% in the city of veterans, which, if not the highest, is close to the highest concentration or percentage of veterans in any city in the United States. So the ability to inform, educate, and hopefully even entertain our veterans, this will be a great asset to our community. So on behalf of the City of Prescott, as Prescott City Councilman, I also have 2 certificates of recognition, both of the Prescott Media Center and the Northern Arizona Veterans Affairs Healthcare System. In recognition of the launch of your new television channel, the City of Prescott officially declares today VA Access Channel 65 Day, signed on the 6th day of September 2018, on behalf of Greg Mangarelli, Mayor of the City of Prescott, congratulations.
Well, thank you, and additionally, congratulations. Now to present the Prescott Chamber of Commerce First Dollar Certificate. Presentation by our Foundation Board member, Darla Liddell.
Thank you. On behalf of all your friends at the Prescott Chamber, we're very proud and very happy to be able to present to you your very first dollar net. Chamber of Commerce presents the first dollar certificate today, Thursday, September 6th, 2018. Congratulations. Additionally, partnerships is what it's all about. It's all about partnerships. It's working together to make a better life for all of us. And to that extent, the Prescott Chamber of Commerce Certificate of Special Recognition presented to Northern Arizona Veterans Affairs Healthcare System and VA65 in recognition of your continued excellent service for our veterans. Thank you so much. And as a veteran, thank you so much.
Darla, thank you. Now to speak on behalf of the VA and the Prescott Media Center, Medical Center Director Barbara Homke, to be followed by Media Center General Manager Rob Miller.
I'm holding the one. It's easier than adjusting your short person. I am just delighted to have the opportunity to be here to recognize the hard work that's been done by many people before I came onto this campus as a medical center director. So while I'm standing here and receiving the congratulations and the certificates, I also want to say there are a lot of people who worked for a number of years to make this happen and to bring it to fruition. First, I'd like to thank Jeff Tim from Congressman Gosar's office, Supervisor Smith, Phil Good, and Darla. Thank you very much. I also recognize Judy Solrud from Congressman O'Halloran's office, and just anyone else that I may have missed. It is really great to see so many of you out here and supporting what is being put into place to allow us to communicate well with veterans across Northern Arizona. So with help from the Prescott Media Center, the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, the City of Prescott, our veteran service organizations, and a number of really dedicated employees. I'd like to recognize those employees who really were part of the vision and worked to make this happen. Tim Howe, if you would bring him back to the our media expert, Mary Dillinger, our public affairs officer. And Trish Alkins, our voluntary services officer here. We talked about partnership. This is a team effort, and it took a lot of ideas and a lot of effort from a lot of people to bring this idea to reality. Part of the things, some of the things we'll be working with to help communicate to veterans will be to communicate veterans events. So, for example, we have the prisoner of war, former prisoner of war event that'll be coming up later this month. And I understand that'll be filmed and we'll be showing live and then also showing later on the channel. So that event is happening September 21st. So, and also the channel will begin airing on September 28th at 9 o'clock, this year's stand down event. So veterans across the state, if you're not able to be there, they'll be able to watch that event. A project like this one takes time, it takes patience, it takes collaboration. So it truly is a community effort to bring something of this caliber to serve veterans across northern Arizona. As many of you indicated, we have a large veteran population. We also, when we look at our data of veterans who are enrolled in the VA healthcare system, that our average age of enrolled veterans in Navajix is 65, which is compared to about age 45 for other medical centers, VA medical centers across our 8 medical center network. So those veterans are probably less likely as time goes on to be able to be mobile, to get out, to go to things. And a channel like this is even more valuable to help bring information to them. So I would like to thank you again, everyone, for celebrating this event with us. And I would like to welcome Rob Milligan from the Prescott Media Center to come on up and share your thoughts.
I'll probably just stand here and talk instead. This has been a project that we've been working on at the Media Center for many years now. I took over the Media Center last year in May, and it's been one of my desires to bring this to this community. I come from Yuma, Arizona, and son of a veteran, so it meant a lot, and coming here to Prescott and being in a media center and being in television and working with so many other organizations, we saw that there was a desire to get more information out for, there's a lot of veterans that are here at the VA hospital, that stay here at the VA hospital, that are they're in the infirmary, I think, and we wanted to have specifically a channel just for them to be able to represent and really feel good about themselves. And that was one of our desires, was to bring the Veterans Channel here to the VA hospital. And then while we were working on that, the idea of getting all of Yavapai County, not just Prescott. Prescott is amazing, and I'm so lucky to live here in Prescott, but all of Yavapai County cable subscribers right now have the ability to watch Channel 65. Basically, you'll just see that pretty much running that says Channel 65 is coming soon. But soon that won't be that way. They'll turn to Channel 65 and they'll get to see content that will be talking about veteran services, veteran support, veteran education. We've got, I'm going to start pointing people out. Tim Delaney is a veteran and he's a member of Prescott Media Center. He's going to be working on a veteran success story series called Heroes Next Door. Doug Keller, who I'm going to introduce in a little bit, he's the chair of the committee that we've been putting on to get this channel going. He's with the American Legion. They have a show called Pillar Talk that's going to be on there. So we really want this to be an all veterans access channel. So it's not just veteran support, it's veteran entertainment, everything a veteran would want to know, should want to know, and not just for veterans, but for anybody in general. This is really something that when I came here about 6 years ago to Prescott, it just seemed like a no-brainer that something like this should exist. And I'm very proud and very happy that in just about a month from now, it's going to be a reality. We're going to start it on the cable channels, but we're working ever so hardly to get it to go streaming live so that not only will this be, as far as we know, the first of its kind locally, but soon the first of its kind worldwide to support veterans. And with that, I'm going to pass this mic on to the chair of our committee and a leader and a guider for me in this whole process, Doug Kelman.
Well, everybody said what I was going to say. I just pretty much have to go off script now. I was going to ask all the veterans in the room to please stand up and be recognized, but I think that would be the whole room, pretty much. Years ago, when I actually worked here at the VA, the impetus of this thing started as a program called Veterans News and Views that Frank Cimarelli, who was the Voluntary Services and Public Affairs Officer, started. And then Frank retired, and then my boss at the time, Amy Callahan, took over Voluntary Services and Public Affairs and continued on with the show. Then when Amy Callahan went on to be a part of the Veterans National Cemetery, they realized that Voluntary Services and Public Affairs was a pretty awesome job to have one person do. They split it, and they created the Public Affairs job, and then Mary Dillinger took that over, and she continued doing Veteran News and Views until it kind of fell by the wayside. I've known Tim Howe back there and Mary for a long time, and we'd always kind of just rumbled about this. When we did the Memorial Day ceremony a couple of years ago, Rob became involved, and Mike Post sponsored that Memorial Day ceremony, and we did it live on Channel 64. And I was very impressed with the way Rob handled the live shoot and his ability with videos and television. We all started talking about this, so I'll get back to my script now. All of the veterans, this is the reason why the channel was conceived and will be making its debut on the 28th. This has been a team effort from the start, but I'd like to thank Rob and Mary and Tim Howe. Mary's a veteran, so is Tim, and the son of a veteran. I want to thank them personally for their diligence and all the work that they've done to help make this project a reality. From the beginning stages, John Krisak, who is the chairman of the board of Prescott Media Center, and I ended up being the sole survivors of the board of directors on Prescott Media Center. But soon we gained a couple of key members. One of those members is Russ Chappelle back there, who is an Army helicopter pilot and instructor. And also the James Owen Leland, Moreno Hilburn, who joined our addition to our board. And as the ideas began to grow, they each brought in more and more interested parties to where this project started to become quite a bit to handle. The first key to the project obviously was to secure funding and acquire a channel to broadcast on. Prescott valued Channel 65 was a member of the Prescott Media Center, but decided to go off on a different route and procured their own government access channel for city affairs. This left Channel 65 in a static condition. But Prescott Valley Mayor Harvey Skoog and Town Manager Larry Charkowski graciously released this channel back to the city of Prescott. And with much help and coordination from Prescott Media Center's City Council liaison, Councilman Steve Shiska, Prescott Media Center then took over the operation of Channel 65. From there, it was a matter of just getting out the word and creating excitement about the project, which it has done. There are a lot of veteran services in the area, and each of them has their own communication system, such as email, radio, and print media. What VA65 will bring to the table is a one-spot television information source which will become a driving force for the betterment of veterans and their issues. So in conclusion, Prescott Media Center and VA65 look forward to continued support from the Chamber of Commerce, the City of Prescott, Northern Arizona VA Healthcare System, other veterans service organizations, and the citizens of Yavapai County. Thank you.
So again, I would like to personally extend the congratulations to Barbara, the VA. Rob, with the Prescott Media Center, Doug, in representing the Prescott Media Center Board of Directors, the partnerships that we have forged in this community with the City of Prescott, the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, and the many veteran service organizations who now have a voice in this media. So we celebrate this, and I thank you for being a part of it. Before we move to the ribbon cutting ceremony, I'd like to continue to thank Prescott Media Center for being a partner in communicating these celebrations that we have within the Prescott Chamber. Bob Shanks, an honored veteran, an honor to have with us as an ambassador in the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, who does our volunteer photography of this event. So in following the ribbon cutting event, I want to ensure that guests know that you are welcome to partake in refreshments. And we ask you to consider touring here at the VA the new historic wall that talks about the history and story of the VA here locally. This is located in the hospital's Miracle Mile hallway. And for directions and escort to that, please see Mary Dillinger if you're interested in taking that tour. So now I'd like to have our dignitaries gather, our ambassadors in support of the ribbon cutting.
Being a veteran here in Prescott and being born and raised here in Prescott, Channel 65 is going to be so important as we progress in our efforts to support our local veterans in the community. We have so many organizations, statewide, citywide, and national-wide, that our veterans have access to, and some of them don't get that information. So we definitely want to go above and beyond in making sure that they get all of the information and the resources that are available for them.
At Embry-Riddle, we're working towards being a veteran supportive campus, recognition from the state. It's been a process in place for about a year, and getting our marketing materials out that kind of showcase what Embry-Riddle does to help those veterans are something that we want to showcase on Channel 65 as well. So it could also be beneficial for somebody not in the Prescott area considering coming to Prescott to see what a supportive campus that is and what a supportive community we have, and that may definitely affect their decision to come and be a part of our Prescott community.